guys, it's Ivy. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my January wrap-up. I'm really excited because I started the month off extremely well. I read 10 books and I hope to continue on down that path. So first book that I read was Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills, and I loved it. 5 out of 5. It's about this girl who gets partnered up with this other girl, the mean girl at her school, and they don't do well on this project, so the teacher tells them in order to make up the extra credit they're going to be in the production of A Midsummer's Night's Dream. It is about Claudia building bigger and better relationships within her family, within her friends, within the girl that she didn't like, with boys and everything. This book is just so funny and so lighthearted, and I plowed through it. I read it in 3 hours. I highly recommend it. Pick it up. It is a good palate cleanser for somebody who reads a lot of fantasy like myself, and it was just super refreshing and I loved it. I definitely want to pick up more of Emma Mills books now because of this. The next book that I finished was Everlist by Sarah Holland, and this one was also a 5 out of 5. Just imagine a world where time is currency. If you're in debt and you have to pay for your house, you have to pay with years from your life, and then those years of your life can be turned to coin, and the royals can put the coin in their tea or whatever, and they take your years and it turns them youthful. And this story was just so intricate and unique and incredible. This is about Jules going to work for the Everlist and the mysterious things that she finds out about herself and other people, and that's kind of all I want to tell you guys because I don't want to give too much away. But let me just say that I have 2 new book boyfriends and one of them is in here. I have a thing for bad boys, so I'm totally in love with Liam. Definitely an amazing gripping story. Then the next book that I finished was My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows, and that was a 4.5 I think read for me. Either way, I picked it up on audiobook and it was so funny, guys. It was hilarious. Like, I loved it. About Jane who gets thrown into this marriage, and then she finds out the guy that she marries is only human for the night hours. And My Lady Jane was just such a comedic story. It was historical fiction, kind of along the lines of The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. Historical fiction, but with paranormal aspects, and just hilarious, and the characters were all so funny and so well formed. I highly recommend that book as well. Then I read The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I strictly picked this book up just because of the title. I didn't know anything about it. I have had it on my shelf for a while, and it's a short book, so I decided why not. This story was also a 4-star read for me. As you can tell, I had an amazing reading month. It's short, but holy shit does it pack a punch. Like, I did not know it was going to be that beautiful and mesmerizing. Everything about this book, the family trauma, the real heartbreak, everything is so good, and each chapter is like told in a different character's perspective, but they all kind of intertwine in and out, which at first I was like, shit, this is a small book and every single chapter is a different POV. Like, it's a little confusing, but no, I was wrong. It made for the story to be even more mesmerizing. I highly recommend this. It is an amazing story. It's in Alaska, and I've never been to Alaska, but I definitely want to go. If you're looking for a good cry, I would say pick this one up. Then I picked up Lock and Key, Welcome to Lovecraft by Joe Hill and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez. Paranormal, mystery, murder, scary, thriller, graphic novel. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4-star rating on Goodreads. The illustrations of this one are extremely graphic and extremely detailed, which I enjoyed, but if you have sensitivity, I do put a trigger warning on this one. It was fun for me. It's about this family who their father is murdered, and then they move away to Lovecraft. The murderer still wants to get his hands on something that he believes that they have. So really good, highly recommend, awesome graphic novel. Then I read Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire, and this is the 3rd installment in the Wayward Children series. This one follows them to Confection, which is basically like a Candyland-esque land. Each book is extremely detailed for how short they are. Like, it is amazing what Seanan McGuire can do. My favorite was definitely the first one. Down Among the Sticks and Bones was super dark. Every Heart a Doorway is still my favorite even after reading this one, but this one is just, her writing is so delicious and crisp. She takes you to scary lands and beautiful lands and just, you know, any type of thing you can imagine, she's gonna take you there. It's amazing because you always wonder what happened to those children after they come back from the land they went to, like Alice in Wonderland and Narnia and stuff, and she covers all those bases, and it's incredible. And I did give this one a 3-star rating. As I said, it's not my favorite in the series, but I still really enjoyed it. And I finished City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I picked this one back up on audiobook. This is the first Mortal Instruments installment, and I gave this one a 4-star rating, which I believe is what I gave it the first time that I read it, when I read it physically, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, a long time ago. So I'm diving back into this world. I had so much fun. Like, I liked being back in there, and I'm really excited for that. So I can't wait to continue on within this series. Then I read Uprooted by Naomi Novak, and I started this one physically. I don't know what it was about the writing style, I just couldn't get into it, so I picked it up on audiobook. I had to listen to it at like a slower pace because the narrator is accented. It's based on like Poland folklore, so the words are kind of weird in the names. Also, this was pitched to me as a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which it isn't, so that was disappointing. But anyways, we'll move on. This is about Agnieszka. See, I listened to the audiobook. I still don't know how to say her name. Agnieszka. And she gets picked to be the girl to go live with a dragon in his tower. A dragon protects them from the wood, so in order for him to do this, he requires a girl to come live with him every 10 years or whatever. And we follow her story of her going to live with the dragon and her facing the wood and some other amazing surprises that come along the way. And I did only give this like a 2-star rating. It's a good story, but it's like not my favorite. Like I said, I didn't enjoy the writing style. It's kind of like a slow burn read. Like, that's not really, there's exciting things that happen, but I just was like, it's mediocre. That was unfortunate because, to be honest, I thought this was going to be a 5-star read for me. Like I said, I did enjoy the story and I am glad that I read it, but it was only a 2-star rating for me. Next up, I picked up On Earth by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and I started reading this one physically. I got about 100 and so pages in, and I decided to pick it up on an audiobook because for some reason I couldn't connect with the characters. Like, I don't know what it was. I just could not feel that connection. This is pitched as like Indiana Jones in space, which it kind of is. You know, they're trying to decode these ancient temples and everything, and it's an exciting story. And holy shit, the plot twist at the end of this, I was like, okay, I need book 2. Ended up picking this up on audio, which I enjoyed the audiobook more than the physical reading. These plot twists were incredible. I was surprised. I gave this a 3-star rating, and it was a good story, and I can't wait to find out what they're going to do in book 2. My final read for January was The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano, and guys, this is my second new book boyfriend, okay? Loom is so dreamy. I'm swooning, okay? Swooning. This book was so unique and so incredible. I loved it. It was a 5-star read for me. This is about Will, who is cursed, and she is a princess, and her curse is that her touch can turn living things into gemstone, and due to this happening, she's cast out of her kingdom. Her father banishes her, and so along the way she ends up running into Loom, who is the prince from the other kingdom that her kingdom is in war with, and them getting together and her needing his help to find out why she's cursed, and him wanting her help to take over his kingdom back from his evil father. He doesn't know who she is. She's very guarded and secretive with him, but I was blown away. Like, I need book 2 right now because this story was incredible. It might have been, oh man, I had a really good reading month, so I can't even really tell you guys what my favorite book was, but this is pretty close to might be my favorite book that I've read so far this year, because it was so much fun, and the kingdoms and the political intrigue and the curses and the romance and the plot twists and just everything was so good. I found myself constantly wanting to turn the page and find out what was going to happen next. Highly, highly recommend. Please pick this one up if you haven't yet. It is so amazing and so unique. I was just enthralled from the beginning. So guys, that is all of the books that I read in January, and I'm really excited. I had such an amazing reading month. I only didn't like one of the books that I read, and to be honest, I still kind of liked it, even though I didn't like love it. It was okay. Anyways, if you guys read any of these books or want to read any of these books, let me know down in the comments below. Let's talk about them together because I'm really excited. Please pick up The Glass Spare because it was amazing. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye!